You're offered $55,000 in your first job, and you go, what? 55,000? Do I have to show up? You got me an apartment, right, or a car. I'm worried about mental health. I've been poor. You know what's worse than being poor? Coming across some money and then being poor again.
They should have listened. The NCAA should have listened to John Calipari. Hell, they should have listened to Nick Saban several years ago, who basically retired because he didn't want to deal with NIL. He didn't want to go through the struggles that Dabo Swinney is going through right now at Clemson, where he's trying to build a roster based on recruiting instead of building a team based on who's paying the most money. College sports are in trouble. Matter of fact, college sports are on the verge of no longer being college sports. Not only do you have rampant gambling scandals, not only has the disease of gambling infiltrated college sports and is currently destroying it from the inside, we now have professional athletes begging to return to college. Notice I did not say begging to remain in college. Now that's happening too. Guys like Diego Pavia, Trinidad Chambliss, hell, Carson Beck, he just admitted that he hasn't been to class in 2 years. College football is literally his temporary career. We now have professional athletes, dudes who have made it to the NBA level. They are begging to return to college basketball. And somehow, it's legally allowed. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Charles Bediako, he's a former standout player at Alabama who entered the NBA draft 3 years ago. Now, he went undrafted, but he did sign a two-way contract with the San Antonio Spurs. But Charlie never actually played in an NBA game. Even with that being the case, Charles Bediako had made it to the NBA level. Once he signed that contract with the Spurs, he officially became a professional athlete, professional basketball player. Recently, Charlie became one of the dozens of players who sued the NCAA for eligibility. He politely asked the NCAA to let him return to Alabama. Please, I'm not ready to grow up. Please let me return to college. To their credit, the NCAA said no. They told Charlie to grow up, get a real job. Unfortunately, some doofus judge overruled the NCAA's decision and granted Charles Bediako a temporary return. He will be playing for Alabama on Saturday when they play Tennessee. What's most interesting about this is why Charles Bediako wants to return to college. And the reason should be obvious. In his official complaint to the NCAA, Charlie admitted that he would have stayed at Alabama had he known about the abundance of NIL money. This isn't fair. 3 years ago, NIL money wasn't this prevalent. Once I got into the real world, no one wanted to pay me. I wasn't good enough to make the NBA. Please let me feed my family. In fairness to Charles Bediako, if I was in his situation, if I was an NBA dropout and I saw dudes making hundreds of thousands of dollars in college, if my choices were working the drive-through window at 5-Star Frank's making minimum wage or begging to return to college basketball, I'm getting down on my knees and I'm begging too. Unfortunately for Charles Bediako, this just can't be allowed to happen. We just can't have NBA dropouts returning to college basketball because you're taking away opportunities from an 18-year-old kid. You're taking away opportunities from him that you've already been given. The adults in the room need to step in and stop it. Now, obviously, the NCAA tried and failed. They were overruled by some doofus judge. But Uncle KC, the coaches can stop it. They can refuse to put these players on the team. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. Coaches aren't doing that. When you're coaching D1 basketball, any basketball, you have one objective: win at all cost. Recently, Alabama head coach Nate Oates, he was interviewed on SiriusXM. He basically admitted that Charles Bediako rejoining the team was wrong. He admitted that Charlie was taking away opportunities from young players. He also admitted he has to win. His job is to put the best players on the court and win basketball games. From a coach's perspective, if Charles Bediako is the best player on the team, if a judge has ruled that he's allowed to play, then Charles Bediako is going to play and he's going to dominate. I'll be honest with you. I was wrong about NIL. I thought college players, mainly football and basketball, the other college sports are money losers. But I thought the players generating the revenue, the billions and billions of dollars, I thought they deserved to be paid. And with rules and regulations, maybe they do. But the way it is now, I think NIL is destroying college sports. Outside of the disease of gambling, I think NIL is the biggest problem right now in college sports. And like gambling, once you invite the problem into your league, it is damn near impossible to get it resolved. I don't know the answers. I don't know how you fix college football, college basketball. Maybe you implement a salary cap. Maybe you have maximum salaries that players are allowed to make, players are allowed to earn. I don't know. All I know is the current system is broken. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.